Go live.
How is
Good
everyone?
evening, good
Thank you
evening,
so much for joining us, you
everyone.
guys. I'm Pastor
Hey,
Michelle.
hey, hey. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to
I can't do
GDME Marriage Mix
the number
3.com with
3.
Pastors Greg and Michelle.
Yes. And we are here with you every Tuesday through Thursday between 9 and 9:30 Central Standard Time, giving you all the tools to help you to get your relationships on and popping. So come on in, invite somebody, share the broadcast. We absolutely appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight.
Yes, and we shared with you last week that we started a brand new platform that will allow us to broadcast on several mediums. And so we are doing that. We still got a few little technical glitches that we're working out.
Here and there.
We appreciate your patience.
Definitely.
Appreciate you working with us. Lady Sapphires with us.
Hey,
good
darling,
evening.
Thank you for joining. Oh, we're glowing?
Good to see you.
As long as we're not pregnant. I'm good with the glow.
Yeah, there's
as long as we're not pregnant. Hey, I'm cool with it.
Pretty good glow.
Pretty
tonight,
good glow.
Isn't it?
So, guys, come on in. Hey, Common Sense Show TV is with us tonight. If you're not following Brother Terry and the Common Sense Show TV, you need to follow them so you can get in on all the awesomeness that they've got going on. Especially if you're a dude, you want to be here. All right?
Yeah, that's right. Good evening, Melissa, Terry. Love you guys.
Thank you for
little
joining.
Man of yours, Sabrina Moore.
Yes.
Good evening to you.
How are you, Sam? How are you, darling? Thanks for joining us tonight. So, guys, we asked that tonight if you come in, that you would invite somebody, that you would share the broadcast, and let the people know that GDME, that we're here. We're talking tonight about relax, relate, communicate. You all know that, 48% of all marriages end in divorce. And part of the reason, the top 3 reasons, the first one is because of communication. Yeah. Nobody's talking God's miracle. Nobody's listening. We're out here doing our own thing. We've forgotten that we're in a relationship, that it takes more than one person to steer, to get a ship going, right?
Can't relate by yourself.
No,
it doesn't work.
Exactly.
We're always so glad to have you all in here with us. We appreciate you stopping by.
That's right.
I realize there are other places you could be, but we're grateful to have you here. And communication
is the key. That's what Lady Sapphire says. She's agreeing with us. And thank you for whoever that is giving us all these beautiful blue hearts. So I want you all to know that we've got a couple announcements. You all know we're spiritual relationship counselors. We're veterans of the United States Air Force and your go-to couple for all things relationship. And so as local pastors, you know, one thing that we're always going to have are some good old announcements, right? So that you can govern yourselves according to them.
That's right. We're going to mix it up first by talking to our single and ready to mingle. Dating 101 is a 5-hour intensive course on all things dating, from the dating funnel. A process of dating, you begin with a funnel, and everybody's a contender. Everybody's a contender until you get down to the bottom of the funnel. And at that point, you know, you got a couple of maybe a couple of options.
Yes.
So at least you weeded out some of the, and I won't say riffraff.
I'll say it. You've weeded out some of the riffraff.
All right. So you need to pick this up. If you are dating, you're thinking about dating, you're ready to get back out there, and you think that, you know, there's some things have changed. People are basically the same, but there are some things. What's changed is that we've changed.
We have.
And that we learned that we can make better decisions. You can do better.
We can, definitely.
And we want you to have the absolute best. Dating 101 will get you on track.
Dishing the basics.
Workbook.
Definitely. And it's going to help you because we know that there are too many that have taken the course, that they've gone through the instructions and come out on the other side, ready to find that mate. So don't forget bit.ly/MM3 links, bit.ly/MM3 LINKS, and you can find all of the stuff that you need right there.
That's right. Our second resource is entitled 7 Keys to Better Sex in Your Marriage. This is our first writing project together in terms of here. And this is an excellent resource. It's a quick read. 7 ways.
In 7 days. Yes.
You can pick up some things. I guarantee you'll get at least 7 good to. And what I can bet, you're going to get more than that.
Okay.
You're going to get more for your money. Pick this
bigger
up.
bang for your buck.
Absolutely. There's some things in here that you probably absolutely never thought of.
True.
In the context of your
relationship,
intimacy,
definitely.
Your marriage relationship.
So you're married in the tip. You need to go on and get you a copy of 7 Keys to Better Sex in Your Marriage. And listen, we've updated it. So if you have not yet gotten it, this one has the updated version, has the story about the couple that's on the cover. Many of you know him. It's True Movement. That is Marta Soto. And there is also and also Brother Daniel Soto, the two that came here from Florida, in a pickle, but now they're in a whole jar together and they're doing a beautiful job. And so the updated issue has the story of the couple on the cover. And if you see that there, that was going to be I can't talk. That was the alternate cover. And so we ended up going with the cover that you see on the front of the book. But this was at beautiful Lake Tiacata. You all were with us last night as we were down there on Sunday. And also last night we went through Lake Tiacata so that you all can see how beautiful and magnificent it is. Hey there, Free to Laugh Now. Thank you for joining.
When were we there?
We were there last night.
But when were we there before that?
With Daniel and Marta when we took this picture.
You said on Sunday. I was just
so silly.
Our second book together is entitled Erogenous Zones, Exploring Marital Intimacy. Another excellent resource, if I say so myself.
All right.
You can tell it, no, don't you dare try to restart while we are operating here. We're busy. Tell it. Okay. All right. So 7 keys, not 7 keys, but exploring erogenous zones, exploring marital intimacy. Y'all, please forgive me. I'll get it here in a minute. Windows. All right. You don't want to get this one. Exploring marital intimacy. Here again, lots of ideas, possibly. More than likely, some things that you've never thought of. We talked about Solomon. We enter into the Bible.
Yes.
That's right. Let's see what the Bible has to say about this.
You guys are so hilarious. I love it.
Thank you.
So,
go ahead, honey.
Lady Sapphire says, well, if he has werewolf feet, no communication. She's like, I don't care what he looks like, but if those feet are jacked up, I'm not here for it. Amen. Hey, one and only Amber Dunn, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
So she's gonna in the dating funnel, she's gonna check his feet
first. Yes, amen. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You know that's not something you want to deal with. So what do? You go ahead and weed out those things that you are not going to be compatible with. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't no shame in the game.
But you know what? A trip to the pedicure.
Man, if your feet look like werewolves, them people over there,
no, baby.
them little ladies over there is not going to be able to do you right. I'm sorry.
If they look like werewolf, you get some Nair first. A bath and some Nair and olive oil.
Okay, we have to do what you got to do. But I'm just saying that for some people, there is nothing that they can do other than going and getting a foot replacement.
No bueno.
No bueno. You get a foot replacement and maybe that'll help, but we don't know. And so that's one of those things. You've got to weed out where you don't want to be so that you can get where you want. All right. So Dominique says, hey, Mama and Daddy, love you. We love you all too, darling. And one and only Amber Dawn said, "What got me to win and win big? Come on now." That's one of our Dating 101, Dishing the Basics of Dating students. She is in here like swimwear, ready to ready to receive what the Lord has for her. Let's say it like that. Okay. Terry says, more bang for your buck. I knew you would like that. I just knew you would like that. Amen. Shand, my little brother, is here. He said, Shand, just wear some socks. I love it. And there's our daughter, One. Excuse me. I see the one. I see the I. I got that. OB love. is in the building. Thank you so much. Beautiful moderator is with us tonight. So listen, everybody, come on in, invite somebody, share the broadcast. We are going to be talking tonight about relax, relate, communicate. So many times when we're dealing with relationships, we seem to forget that when we first come together, what we did is we spent many, many hours just talking one with another. Mm-hmm. And so if we are going to continue on the relationship, if we're going to make it last, if we're going to make it exciting and make it new. Okay, if we're going to make it last, if we're going to make it interesting, we can't forget that we used to woo each other with words. Ooh, that was good. We used to woo each other with our words. Right. And if we could stop wooing one another with our words, somebody else is going to swoop in. All right. And see, we don't believe that fat meat is greasy sometimes. Some of us think that we've got so much going on that my mate will never leave me for someone else. My mate would never look. There would be never a time when their ear is turned aside from my mouth and my lips to somebody else. But let me let you in on a little secret, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. There may come a time when there's something going on in your relationship where you begin to feel some kind of way. Hey, Sister Cheryl. And when you begin to feel some kind of way, you start feeling insecure about the relationship, my Louboutin. You start feeling as though the love that was there, the thrill is gone. The thrill is gone away. Yeah. You start feeling those things, then there's an opportunity for someone to come in. I told you all during Dating 101 that the worst place for you to be is in a place of vulnerability when it comes to getting into a relationship with someone else, okay? And that's whether you're single or you're married. I don't know why y'all think that once a person gets married, that somehow they forget that there are other people out here on the planet.
That's right. That's right.
And listen, when some people are as fine as this dude right here that sits next to me, there are women everywhere that's willing to swoop in, but that's why I've got to stay up on my game. And if you are married, if you have the ear, if you've been wooing someone with your words and you have forgotten that what you be doing? You be making the sign of the cross and telling them to get away. Y'all, let me tell y'all about some of us now. Some of us, especially in the kingdom, what we do is we see someone that is he's good looking, he preaches, he's on fire, and what do? We find that they become very almost irresistible to us. And it's not only the men, the gentlemen do the same, the women and the gentlemen end up doing the same thing. I'm a female pastor, and listen, some folks are attracted to me not because of just because I'm cute. But I am cute. Okay, let's not get that twisted.
but she's taken.
I am cute.
I'm just saying that while I'm here.
While you're here
to the spirit.
So
spirits be around
looking and lurking. Yeah, y'all really do. They be sliding in the DMs, y'all.
Get back, Satan.
Real talk.
Pop you in the eye.
Don't pop me now. Hey, Pit 68, thank you for joining. So I want you to know that sometimes people, hey, Elfaith, some people are attracted to you. And if you're not, oh my God, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to have to say it. I'm just going to have to say it.
If you're not.
Y'all, get ready. Okay? Now, tell me if I'm right. I know I am, but tell me, why is it that someone would be attracted to someone that says, get ready? Okay, I'm being very nice. All right?
I got you.
Because the person that says that on a regular basis, okay, that person, amen, they're not Pastor G. Mm-hmm. But yet there are women everywhere that if they got an opportunity that they would swoop in on it. Mm-hmm. You know why? Because the anointing makes you attractive. Mm-hmm. All right? Whether you are good looking whether you're above average, below average, and everywhere in between, someone is going to like you simply because the love of God and the fellowship of the sweet Holy Spirit emanates from who you are as a person.
Come on.
All right. And so you have to be careful that when you are with your spouse, that you are giving them what they need, that you are yet wooing them with your words. Because if you stop doing that, somebody out there, y'all see this thing, this it's like a phenomenon, honey. They're like, why did they leave me to go with that? At least you could have done was upgraded, but no, you found the bottom of the barrel. You found the dude that had the werewolf feet, and that's the guy that you chose over me. And so when we're talking about relax, relate, and communicate, we have to remember several things, okay? Right. And so that's what we're here to talk about tonight. So we want you to know, oh, and don't forget, I almost forgot to tell them, y'all, tonight what we're doing, today is Marta Soto's birthday.
That's right.
All right.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, sweetheart. And I know she's probably celebrating, doing things and making waves and doing all sorts of unicornish type things. But what we've done is we've given you a code, and you are eligible tonight for the next 10 days.
10 days.
For the next 10 days, you can use the code MARTA10, MARTA, and the number 10.
Is that all lowercase?
I believe it's lowercase.
All lowercase.
But try it every way you want. Try it every way you need to until it works. MARTA10 for 10% off of anything that we have available site-wide. Okay?
Wow.
And somebody's going to come in and say something like, you know how they do? Well, I don't see anything here that I want. Y'all, we can put out 100 pieces of jewelry. And with this 100 pieces of jewelry, we can have every color of the spectrum. Hey, Kimmy Doll, thanks for joining.
Hey, Kimmy.
And the one thing that we don't have out that particular day, that's the very thing that someone's going to come in and say, well, do you have any of this? Or we didn't bring it with us that day. And so you have all of these things to choose from. And the first thing they're going to ask for is what's not for the choosing, right? So here's the thing. MARTA10 is available to you for the next 10 days site-wide, no matter what it is. And not only on marriagemakesthenumber3.com, but you can also go to St. Clair's, st-clairs.com, and give you 10% off of anything in the store. All right? So go and find you something. You have no excuse this time.
That's a real good
Kimmy Doll is reminding everyone that you can get a free 15-minute encounter session with Pastor G and myself, where we're going to sit down with you, give you a strategy and a tool that's going to help you in your relationship before I do, after I do, and everywhere in between. Is that all right? Thank you so much, Kimmy Doll. And we thank God that you're home and you're feeling better. That makes all the difference in the world.
God bless you.
All right. So if you guys are ready tonight, we're going to ask that if you have not shared the broadcast, that you share, that you invite somebody. Tell the people.
Ready.
Pastor Michelle is here.
Ready.
Pastor G is here.
Ready.
Tell the people. Let them know. Tell them on Periscope. Tell them on Facebook. Tell them on the Twitter.
Run to the front door.
And listen, let the dog know that we are here. All right. So if you guys are ready tonight, what is it? Get ready. Go ahead and put a number 1 in the chat so that we can go ahead and get started tonight. Number 1. And don't forget, you can go over to bit.ly/MM3 links LINKS, and there you'll be able to find everything that we have available to you. Is that all right? So number 1 thing when we're talking about relax, relate, and communicate, some of the things that we have to not forget to do, all right? Some of the things that we cannot forget when we're talking about our relationship is that men and women are different.
Venus and Mars.
Okay.
Venus and Mars.
We are different. All right. I got that. Oh, beloved, men.
God for the difference.
Men and women are different. Okay. And so because of that fact, and we have gone through the scientific arena, and we found out that men speak about 7,000 words a day.
Wow.
Okay. You think that's a lot? Because when we think 7,000, we think of it in dollars, right? And so saying, even though men speak about 7,000 words a day,
I gotta say all that.
They're already talking about, man, that's a lot of talking. Well, just think that a female, the woman, normally her vocabulary takes her up to 20,000 words a day. 20,000.
So 3 times
7,000.
Wow.
Okay. And so when we're talking about us communicating with one another, we have to remember Tango 1973, how much the other person really enjoys talking. If they don't enjoy it, what do we need to do? We have to filter ourselves. Yes, I can see your comments. I got the OB love. We have to filter ourselves so that we realize that I can't bombard him when he walks through the door. And that's what some of you guys do. Soon as your husband comes through the door, and you begin to sound like the teacher from Charlie Brown. Right? And so, and it sounds just like that in someone's mind. If they're tired, they're exhausted, and there's some things that you have to, things you have to put into place so you don't get to that place where you start working that other person's nerve.
Yeah.
Y'all got that?
Now, conversely, guys, if you know that she has a gift of gab, and do not call what she's saying gab. Do not do that, because that'll get you hurt.
If you want to live,
that'll get you killed dead. So don't refer to as gab. Yeah. Don't refer to as gossip. Never do that.
That's right.
Don't demean her.
That's right.
But you have to make some accommodations too. You have to make some adjustments. All right.
Yeah.
She's maybe have talked a lot today, but she didn't talk to you.
Right.
She has not spent time in your comfort. The last thing you said was goodbye to each other.
Yeah.
And she hasn't seen you. So she's going to want to talk to you. Who better to share it with? Do you want her to share it with Jody? Or Boo Boo?
Or Idris?
or
Denzel? See, y'all be out here playing.
Don't trip. Just make some adjustments. Say, okay, I know for the next hour or so, I need to sit down, make some time before you go take your shower, before you don't you dare grab that remote. Sit down and listen to sit down and listen to her for a little while. That'll set some things in place.
Oh, yes.
Number one, she'll kind of get the edge off.
Oh, yes.
Right? Off of the conversation. So when she comes in now, it's going to be more substance to it.
Right.
Okay. She got the rough part out. So now there's going to be more substance. And you may want to have a few questions.
All right.
Tell me about your day. Open-ended.
Yes.
You can kind of redirect the question to things that you need to know.
Right.
Also some clues, some cute clues for
okay. Kimmy Doll says, I'll take Idris for 200, Alex. I love it. Exactly. And so when we're in a place of vulnerability, though, Brother Pern, we have to be super careful that we don't forget that we still have to use our words. I remember when our children were small, that they would come and they would be upset. And we would say, well, what's wrong with you? And what do you tell them? Okay, I need you to slow down. I need you to breathe. Now tell me, okay, use your words and tell me what's going on, right? I'm telling you, it makes a difference, because you cannot understand a person when they are in a place of vulnerability, when they're in a place of agitation. You have to get back to the core.
Crisis.
All right. So we have to, when we're talking about how many words one uses opposed to what one doesn't, we have to remember our limitations. Okay. And stop blaming him that he doesn't want to hear all of this stuff that you have to say. You can't bombard him with all of this. Mm-hmm. If you are a man, you have to remember your wife's limitations. That listen, right. My wife needs to know that I'm engaged with her.
How does she know that? Apart from you, maybe pulling up some of the things that she said. Honey, remember this morning, remember last week when you mentioned so-and-so?
Come on.
And by your remembering that your stock just went up.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yes.
They said this morning the stock market was going down when we were on our way home. I don't know if it rallied by the end of the day. But your stock will go up
to rise.
Because you listen.
Definitely.
You reflect back what she said. You know, one of the nicest things in the world is to have someone call you by your name.
Oh, yes.
Not out of your name. And someone remind you of what you said. Someone who listens to
what you were saying. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So here, let's go ahead on to number 2. Y'all put a number 2 in the chat. Now we're talking tonight about relax, relate, and communicate. Mm-hmm. If we have not, he said my wife would knock me down. Brother Bert. If you have not spent any time developing your communication, what's going to happen is it begins to fall down by the wayside.
That's right.
And once it gets there, it's the hardest thing to do. I don't know what it is. It's hard sometimes to break the ice. When we have not been talking to each other, when we have forgotten to be courteous to one another, it becomes so hard to just open your mouth and say, when you're mad, it's hard to say something to them. It's like, because sometimes you're afraid of what you might say, but other times you have just come out of the sink, the ebb and the flow of the relationship, and that will make you to feel as though there is nothing you can say. Nothing is going to make a difference. Yeah. But I promise you, if you would open your mouth and just say the first thing, even if it's something silly, just break the ice and know that it's going to cause a shift. Listen, but don't get crazy.
Yes. All
right, don't be saying no dumb stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
So here is number 2. When we're talking about relax, relate, communicate, do I validate? Come on. Mm-hmm. Do I validate my spouses, my mates? Do I validate the things that they're saying? Do I validate their feelings? Do I validate their position? Do I validate them that, yes, indeed, I know that you had a bad day. I understand that the kids were doing this. And do we not say stuff like, well, you just overreacted?
Wow.
Well, they might not have just meant it that way. Y'all, we have to be careful that we don't invalidate each other's perceptions.
Yeah.
All right? Because some of us, we do that. You shouldn't, that's not even nothing for you to worry about. Why are you even worried about that? Listen.
Yeah, just listen.
Yes.
Just listen. If you can't say anything good, shut up.
Shut up.
I know they tell us don't say shut up.
Right.
But that's the key though.
Amen.
Is that you may have to kind of censor yourself. Okay, I need to shut up.
I need to be quiet.
Just listen. Listen, let her get to the end.
Yes.
But anytime you interject and you're saying, oh, that's dumb.
Oh my God.
That's the way, not the way that you communicate, or you open the doors to better communication. We don't talk because you say stuff that's
dumb
like that.
And that's how the fights get started. Kimmy Doll says, never argue when you're angry, because you might say something you will regret. And once it is said or done, it cannot be taken back. Amen. And Pern says, I learned after she knocked out 27 teeth with one punch.
Oh, Pern.
She was bad. Oh my goodness. Listen, you say something crazy, something dumb, something derogatory. Listen, you're going to set yourself up for failure. And that's not what we want. We want your relationships to work. Yeah. And that's why we're here Tuesday through Thursday between 9 and 9:30-ish Central Standard Time, because we want your relationships to be on and popping. We want you to know that there is definitely light at the end of the tunnel. You simply have at the end of the tunnel
for you.
You simply have to know how to work your relationship. Too many of us, we have gotten out of sync. And so when it comes up time again, we have forgotten and we have nothing to fall back on. Right. All right. Why do we do this? Because finances, because sex, because communication is always lacking at some point or another in a relationship. Yeah. And sometimes that's the very thing that will pull it all down and break it all apart. And so we come on to give you some tools just so that you will know that there is hope for you.
Absolutely.
Let me see those number threes, you guys, in the chat. Number three. We're talking about relax, relate, and communicate.
That's right.
We have to talk with each other. We have to woo one another again with our words.
That's right.
Pern says that's what it's all about. We, not me, me. I love it. I love that. Yeah. Amen. Because when we become a couple, we get into a relationship, it's no longer about you. It's no longer about me. It's about we put together.
That's right.
Awesome.
And why that's so important, the reason that's so important, and you said something earlier, you gave an example where the child said something, the wife is relating that the child did this. And so the first thing that's offered from the partner, the person who's supposed to be covering his partner, and you're supposed to be thicker than thieves. You're supposed to be love partners.
Hello.
The first thing you did was offer a big Band-Aid for the kid. You covered up the kid's actions. You justified them without hearing her completely out.
Amen. Or him. We have house husbands in this time and age. And so there's got to be some place where we can sit down together as equals and begin to talk and discuss about things that's going on. And that's why we say, even in marriage, we have to learn intimacy. True. That intimacy is more than sex, that there's emotional intimacy, there's recreational intimacy, and also physical intimacy. And all three areas need to be developed.
Nurtured.
And nurtured and developed, tended in the garden.
And if you're not tending to the others, you can forget about the physical.
And you know that's what you wanted in the first place. That's probably why you jacked up the way you are now, because you ain't getting enough. But that's a whole nother broadcast. That's a whole nother broadcast. We'll talk about that at another time. We're talking relax, relate, communicate. Don't forget, you can find us at bit.ly/MM3 links, and you can find all the amazing free downloads that we've got available to you. All right. So here is number 3. Do I listen? Listen, Linda. Listen, Larry. Do I listen to my partner? Listen, Lester. All right. Do I listen to my partner? Too many times what happens is we're just simply not listening, or we're listening so that we have something to combat what they've said.
Wow.
We're not listening. And when we listen, we're supposed to be listening to understand.
Now, you're trying to win an argument, and there wasn't one.
There wasn't no argument
until you started
doing that mess. What are you doing? Why are you doing that?
Listening.
Both ears.
I'm attuned to what you're saying. I'm looking at you. I'm listening to you. I'm reflecting what you're saying.
Come on, reflect.
I'm nodding. My gestures and my body language suggest that I'm in tune with what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. Not when I say eye contact with you, it doesn't mean that I'm staring at you.
You ain't being creepy. Okay? Because some of y'all is creepy.
I'm not looking at your
chest.
What are you doing?
I'm
looking at your eyes.
Right.
At your mouth, at least reflecting on what you're saying.
What you're saying. And so what happens, though, is we listening to hear, well, what is it that they're going to blame me for? We have to stop being so defensive about everything. And this is an area in communication that both partners should be developing with each other. You've got to learn how to speak without blaming. You have to learn how to speak without shaming. You've got to learn how to speak so that the other person hears what your heart is really saying. Because sometimes I think when we start talking, we're talking from a place of hurt.
Yeah.
And when we're in that hurting place or in a bitter place, the things that come out of your mouth, that was the title that I sent out as far as for the social media. I said, can you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? Can you hear them? Because sometimes those words are laced with cyanide. Sometimes the words that we're speaking are laced with arsenic. The words that we're speaking is laced with vitriol and just harmful, hurtful mess.
Yes, yes.
And so it goes both ways. You have to learn how to speak, and you have to also learn how to listen.
Yeah. It's a package deal.
Very.
And there are some of us, honestly, because this is the way we grew up communicating. We grew up in a crisis mode. Anytime there were family conversations or a family meeting, people would yell, people would run out, people would throw things. And so we have this experience in our bag, and you need to exchange that for some more valuable experience in terms of learning how to communicate effectively. And in fact, that's part of when we say that you have to get yourself together before you're talking about dating someone and marrying someone. That's what we're talking about, is that you have to check what's in your bag. What's what's on your tapes, what's in your tape, what's on your experience.
Definitely.
Real. And deal with those things. Sometimes it takes talking to someone else. Let's talk about communication. Well, how do you communicate? You relate to us what took place, and there's a stop, and let's discuss how this could have been done differently. Some of us would benefit seriously from some courses in communication.
Definitely.
Effective listening.
Yes. And we talk about that here as well, because listening takes more than just you hearing, because everybody can hear. You can hear a dog barking, but you have no idea what is surrounding that dog barking. Did it see a snake? Is there someone coming into their yard? We hear it, but we're not listening.
What happens is that we listen through lenses, discolored lenses. Sometimes our lenses are diffused because of what we've had before.
Come on.
And if I'm listening and my ears, I'm hearing anger. I'm hearing those kinds of things based upon my experience. Then I'm not really hearing what you're saying.
Exactly.
And I'm never. And so that you have to get some real help there. And there's nothing wrong with that. All of us need some help. Lots of folks need a little help every now and then. So I'm not, not a laxative. Don't get a laxative. Don't get a laxative for hearing.
A communication laxative.
Communication laxative. Oh, wait, that's an idea. I wonder if we could develop one of those.
Okay, because some of us is
laxative.
Constipated in our thoughts.
That's pretty good.
Some of us are constipated when it comes to our experiences.
That will tweet right.
That'll tweet. I'm just saying, y'all. Oh, what? We. Two is one. Yes, we do. But some of us are constipated in our thoughts. Some of us are constipated in our hearing. Okay. We hear one thing because we've gone through something like, we need to talk. We've heard our father or our mom say that, or your grandmother. We need to talk. And you always knew that we needed to talk equated to you fitting to get a whooping. Did I say fitna?
Fitna.
You fitna.
Fitna.
That means you're about to in English. You in English, you are about to get a whooping. And if you don't get in here and let's sit down and talk about this, you're definitely going to get a whooping. Y'all, let me tell you something. When you get grown and someone says to you, we need to talk,
it's colored through the lenses of what my experience has been. And the last time I heard that at 12 and a half or at 11, I know what that meant. And based upon my experience, I don't like where this is going. So
we automatically shut down.
So I shut down, or I throw some stuff up to make sure to win.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes. Because now this is a fight. Now, hey, Jawaru, hey, True Movement. Now, instead of me listening to understand, I'm listening so that I can throw back off. I'm listening so I can defend myself. I'm listening because I don't know where this is really going. Because I remember where it went we come at our relationships from a place of trauma.
That's right. Welcome back.
So many times we come at a place of trauma, and that trauma messes us up to the place where we get into a relationship and we can't seem to shake all the junk, the mess, and all of the nuances from those old relationships, whether it's maternal, paternal, whether it's platonic, whether it was romantic. We bring all of this baggage to the table. All right. Yeah. And so she said, can we talk?
And that's why it's so important, guys. And I speak to guys because I'm one of you. I'm one of you. Some things that we say can come across like we're somebody's daddy. And when you're in a relationship with your wife or a girlfriend, you cannot talk to them like they're your daughter or they're your child. And you make a big mistake. You are not Ike Turner. So you may want to make some adjustments. You may need to go through a course of training. Yeah. You might need to detox because you got some mess in your system that needs to be taken care of. Yep. Elder Tony Dawson, my good friend, is with us. Ja is in the house. Are you constipated? Does your hearing, communication need to be? Are they back? Are you back up?
Say that for those in the back that ain't listening. Amen. Kimmy Dawn said, get the relationship laxative. You need a communication laxative. Thank you, Kimmy Dawn.
We offer that here.
That was really good. Yes, because we do mentor me. Help you. Yes, we absolutely do mentor me. Some people want both of us. Some people want him. Some people only want me. And so what we do is we put you in where you need to be, because some of us, we simply need to heal before we move into our next relationship, our next job situation, our next family get together. Some of us just need to detox. Yeah. And that's what we do.
Can I make one other point before did we come for 4 already?
No, I didn't, but I wanted to say something.
Okay, you go ahead.
From what you said.
Okay.
You said, and I love this because this is so true. So many times, husbands, especially if you are older, chronologically than your spouse, you begin to give off this very paternal that you're not her father. All right. And so there's certain words, there's certain things that you ought not to be saying, like, well, I think you should do so-and-so, or you better. But listen, that is going to turn her all the way off, the same way that when you hear we need to talk turns you off and makes you defensive. That is immediately going to set that thing in her mind. You are not my daddy.
You do that, and you're going to be asking, well, what did I say? And sometimes that stuff comes out. Oh, yes. And you don't even realize that what you said or what you did. Right. And so you really have to be mindful of that. If you are talking to her about being submissive to you, that's not going to go well.
If you're talking to her about doing her wifely duties,
it's not going to go well. And what that's going to do is going to create an environment where she's going to begin to talk to you about your manhood being a little too minuscule. It's not going to go well. It's going to create an environment that's toxic for both of you.
Definitely.
And so you really do. You cannot go through life treating people the way you were treated, the way it's comfortable for you. Well, I don't know how to say it any better. Learn how.
You better learn.
Get some mentoring. Get in a class that will help you.
That's right.
To detox.
Yes.
You know, there are people who religiously, I go to GNC and I hear people talk all the time. Look, I need that little 3-day detox. You know, I need a 7-day cleanser.
Yes.
And you need to get that in terms of your communication.
Definitely.
You need that.
And we've told you all that, not you all, but there are some of us that we need a shift in our mindset.
Yes.
All right. Josh says, but you call him daddy or zaddy.
Oh, now that's different. That's in a different room of the house, John. That's on a whole different level. See, John's single right now. So
he can talk all of that.
I love it when you call me Big Papa.
Okay. Come on, Big Daddy. Listen. You know, I'm gonna need you, sir. Amen. She said that will be a hostile environment. Yes. Mm-hmm. Amen. John's laughing, you guys.
I love you, John.
You all are something else. I love it. We want to wish Marta Soto, aka True Movement, a very happy and blessed birthday. She said, okay, Poppy.
And yes. Over here, I think Kimmy just said happy birthday.
She did. Amen. So guys, don't forget, if you are looking for a discount, tonight is your night. The next 10 days, we have, in honor of Marta Soto, Marta is the couple, half of the couple on the cover. Marta and Daniel Soto want you to know that you can go over to the link that's in the bio. That is bit.ly/MM3 links. And in every place that you have for us, you can go and get 10% off of your 10%. Purchases. For 10 days, Marta 10, MARTA, and the number 10. That's going to get you 10% off of anything site-wide.
So any of our books?
Our books.
Okay.
Our books.
Our MM3 books?
MM3, mm-hmm. Okay. And you can also roll over to St. Clair's, ST-Clair's.
Wow.
Like, these beautiful earrings like I've got on. Stuff. Y'all, listen.
Wow.
Y'all know my earrings are cute.
Bam.
These are original St. Clair's. I'm telling you, you're not going to find another one like it because it's mine. Yes. So thank you so much, Marta Soto, for all you have done. She says, I'm the girl. Yes, that's her, Marta Soto, right there.
The next 10 days, 10% off. If you want to take advantage of it today, and can you do it multiple times, Marta? I'm asking. If you want to order something today and order something tomorrow, you can order something for 10 days.
You can order, get 10%. So just as long as you use the code.
Go ahead and start today.
Don't fool around. Don't use the code and then come talking, telling the admin. Because you're going to be out of luck. Okay. She said, get hooked up on your girl. Come on, True Movement. Marta and the number 10% off site-wide. Thank you, Jawaru, for putting the code there in the chat. Marta 10. Find it over at the link in the bio, bit.ly/MM3 links, and you can get your 10% off of any product that we have available to you. Amen? So we are on number 4. Did you guys give us a 4 yet? While we reintroduce ourselves, for those of you that don't know, I'm Pastor Michelle. This is my sweet husband, Pastor Greg. And we're spiritual relationship counselors. We're veterans of the United States Air Force, and we're your go-to couple for all things relationship. That's before I do, after I do, and everywhere in between. There might be someone that needs mentorship, and we do have that also available to you. All right. So find us there at the link bit.ly/MM3LINKS. You can find it in the bio.
Go get it.
Kimmy Doll tells the people about St. Clair's. That's st-clairs.com. Beautiful, one-of-a-kind jewelry made with you in mind.
Go buy something
tonight. Yes. All right. So here we are on number 4. Kimmy Doll put 4s.
All of them.
All of the 4s is in the chat. Hey, Khalid.
All of them.
All of them. She put them in there. Marta Soto put a 4 in the chat. And then John says a 4-2 or 4-4. 4-4. Okay, find us over there. All right, hey, Manuel, thank you for joining us tonight. So as we're talking, relax, relate, communicate, we also find out that not only do we have to remember each other's differences, but we also have to validate our partner's thoughts, their feelings. We have to validate their ideas. And now we have listened to our partners, and we gotten the spiritual enema so we could get all the congestion out. We have gotten out all the kinks and the mess and the stop up while your eyes are brown. We've gotten all of that out, right? And so number 4, you've got to come home. Sometimes, y'all, we have to ask questions. How was your day?
It's all right.
we're going to ask.
That's not what.
That's not open. Well, I mean, it's not an open answer.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking for what happened during your day. Tell me
about your day.
Tell me about your day. All right. And what that's going to do is allow the other person to open up, because now they know that you're concerned, that you care about what's going on with them. I heard a gentleman say the other day that whenever my wife has a bad day, quote unquote, that I am not allowed to have a bad day. And I was like, wait, what? And it wasn't because of something that she said. He said it for himself. If my wife is having a bad day, I'm not allowed to, because it is my job. It is my position that I have to come in and support her. I have to come in and be the cheerleader. Yes, for her. And I'm sure that she would do the same for him.
Yes.
If you had a bad day and you have just been having it so that that's all you've thought about and that's all you've dealt with all day long. Listen, some of the little minor irritations that I'm dealing with, they just have to come down on the totem pole. Not that they're not important, but we have to pick and choose sometime when things are urgent and when they can wait just a little bit.
That's good.
Okay.
That's good.
Is this what I'm dealing with urgent? I've been dealing with it for the last 6 years. It's the same coworker, the same issue, and they're doing it again. But I come home, or I go and find you coming home, and I hear that something has happened during your day, then that means that my stuff is really not that important today, right now.
Wow.
Okay.
You know, it's very interesting. When you go to the ER, one of the things that they do is triage.
Very true.
And they will determine the severity of your case. They
Definitely.
will ask you even a question: can you rate the level of your pain 1 to 10? So one of the things they do, and if you have a profusely bleeding head wound or heart wound, they're going to triage and determine which case needs to be seen first.
That's right.
And so we need to do the same thing when it comes to our home. If I come home and I find out that she's had kind of a rough day, and I need to be in tune enough that if she says nothing, or if she says 2 or 3 words, that I can pick up on, you know,
Amen.
what the rock
is cooking.
You know,
yes, Lord.
I can kind of get a feel for what's going on, but I cannot, you know, I cannot turn that on me. What happens sometimes, again, we're looking through those lenses of our experience, and what's happened before. And the first question out of my mouth is not, what did I do? Okay?
Right? Oh my God.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's what happens a lot of times, looking at things through the lens of our experience.
Not what did I do, but what did I do now?
Right?
Y'all have heard that one before, right? What I do now, I know it had to been something. And so that's how to fight.
You got a guilty conscience.
Get started. So Kimmy Doll says, pick your battles. Sometimes you have to put an assessment on which is most important. And that's a beautiful synopsis, a beautiful summary to what we just said. Absolutely correct. Yeah. We have to take and put an assessment on it.
That's right.
And we were talking earlier, and we'll talk about this the next couple of days, where things are on the meter. Is it low level, mid level, or high level? And we'll talk about that when we come back in, probably tomorrow or Thursday. But we want you to know that we are here every Tuesday through Thursday between 9 and 9:30 Central Standard Time, giving you tools that's going to help you in your relationships. Before I do, after I do, everywhere in between. Don't forget, you can find us at bit.ly/MM3 links. And listen, if you need a free, absolutely free spiritual encounter session, you can also find us at marriagemakes3.com, and we can get you on the schedule. You can schedule yourself. Did you know that? You schedule you.
That's right.
When it's more convenient for you. It's free and it's convenient for you. And so what we're going to do is sit down with you, give you a tool, a strategy for one issue that you've got going on. And you may be one of those that end up saying, you know, I really believe I need to spend more time with you all, my spouse and myself, or maybe it's just me. Yes, I need to go in and get some work done. And we are put you on a course of counseling that we know is going to bless your life and is going to take you to your next level. All right.
And guys, we can tell you that there are people who are being helped by this process.
Absolutely.
There are people who are entering into mentoring relationships because they need somebody who's going to be frank, honest with them, who's going to tell them the way it is, who's going to love them. Yes. True. And who's going to challenge them to go to that next level.
Amen.
What is it that you're trying to do? Are you trying to get your business off the ground? Are you trying to get your relationship off the ground? Or do you want a relationship? Or do you need to come out of a relationship?
Ooh, no.
Maybe you're one of those people who has gotten divorced, but you're still married.
Oh,
you're not free yet.
Yeah.
And if you need to be free,
right,
I can assure you that we are the people who can help you to get through it. A lot of times, a counselor, they have judgment values on certain things. They feel like, well, you should have stayed and worked it out. We're not. This is a no judgment zone.
Amen.
You know.
That's
now
right.
We're going to be honest with you. If it's a situation or something that you have not accepted ownership for, and you did.
Oh, yes.
We're going to help you to embrace ownership for it.
That's right.
And we're going to help you get past it.
Amen.
So I know this would be so beneficial to so many of you. If you're having trouble getting off in your life, getting your life started, doing what you want to do, making that, that
transition.
Mm-hmm.
Some of you just need transitional help.
Get through it.
Amen. Mm-hmm. All right. So let me see you guys in the number 5s in the chat. Don't forget bit.ly/MM3 links LINKS. That is there on your screen. Thank you, True Movement, for putting it up over on our Instagram family. There you have it. Before you encounter issues in your relationship, going over to marriagemakes3.com. Awesome. All right.
So
no, we're on 5 now. But did anybody? Where I didn't see. Nobody had put the 5s.
Remind me of
where are the 5s?
I see 4 for show.
4 for show. Let me see the 4. No, I'm sorry, the 5s in the chat.
There's one.
There's a 5. Okay, 5. She said 5. She put it one for everybody. All right. Everybody. And it's okay. Mm-hmm. So after we have come in and we are opening up, we're disclosing about our day. We are inquiring about the other person's day. Number 5 thing, what we want you to understand that when we're talking about relax, relate, and communicate, you have to know that you can talk to this person like you talk to your best friend. Can you do that?
Sit right down.
Can you talk to them like they are your best friend?
Tell me what's on your mind.
Silly. Can we talk like best friends?
Mm-hmm.
If we can't talk, if you're not excited, you're not rushing to get home so you can tell them the good news that you're excited about this or you're disappointed about that. If you're not in the place with your spouse, with your significant other, that you can't tell them things like your best friend, either A, we have an issue with communication before you got married, or B, there's some problems going on right now that needs to be corrected. And you definitely need to go over and get your encounter session, because you have to be able to talk. You are the closest that you could ever get to someone else is inside of them.
Mm-hmm.
She said, I can talk to my boo thing about anything. Come on now. Anything and everything. If you can't discuss your feelings, your goals, your dreams, your ideas, if you can't discuss your family, your church, your frustrations, your ups, your downs, your highs, your lows, the places that you fear, the places that you feel the most confident. If you can't talk to the person that you love the most, the one that you're in covenant with, if you can't talk to them like your best friend, we got a problem, Houston. We'll be right back, Insta family.
And listen, why would you sleep with someone that you don't have the level of intimacy with? I'm just saying. It's not a judgment thing.
Yeah.
But it give you something to kind of think about.
Definitely.
But we see daily where people are having these kinds of relationships break up, really public things.
Yeah.
What's the young lady's name in Florida? The little actress that was on television.
I don't know, Deirdre. Who is it? Who is it, Deirdre?
Dumb and Dumber. Deirdre would know because she's the young lady's from Florida. She's an actress.
What did she do?
Scrubs. She was in the TV show Scrubs.
What happened?
She had a falling out with her loved one where she slapped him and pushed him, and she went to jail. So now she's
on domestic violence. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, y'all!
And so she went to jail as a
result. Howard, the Lord bless you, sis. Appreciate you joining us tonight. So, number 5, can we talk like best friends? Mm-hmm. If you're in a relationship with a person that you cannot talk to them as though they are your best friend, if you are in a relationship and you cannot disclose what your day is like, if you cannot pull out of them what's going on with them, if you're not available for that, hey Sawa, Savoie, thank you for joining. If you are not listening to your partner, you got this spiritual, you've got this communication constipation thing going on, and you need to get those things cleaned out. If you don't know the differences between a man and a woman, Stacey Dash, thank you. What y'all talking about if you can't talk to them about that stuff? Yes, exactly. And so when we're talking about relax, relate, and communicate, if we're not doing the work of relationship, we're going to find ourselves devoid. We're going to find ourselves in a position where we are in that category, that 48% of people that find themselves going through divorce, through separation. Why? Because we didn't take the time that we needed to sit down and to communicate with one another, our deepest hopes, our fears, our dreams. If we're not doing that, then what are we really doing? If I can't talk to you, if I have to leave home from being with you to go and talk to somebody else about what's going on here, then we've got a problem. And if we're going and we're not going to someplace like marriagemakes3.com, if we're not going to see our pastor, or we're not going to see our therapist or our counselor about what's going on, that we need help, because what they're doing is pushing you back towards that other person. They're not trying to pull you apart. And some of us, we go to the wrong sources.
Wow.
Some of us, we're going to mom and them. We're going to girlfriends and them. And some of our girlfriends, y'all, let me tell you something. They're miserable. Some of them want your man. Some of them want your life. Okay. And they're not going to tell you any good thing, because why? They don't like that. They're miserable and you were happy. Okay. And so you don't want to put yourself in that type of position.
That's right. So you need to have that level of intimacy with your mate.
Yes.
Where you can talk like,
definitely,
you can be that friend.
Amen.
And that conversation we were talking about, that we have a level of intimacy, sexual intimacy with someone, but we can't talk to them about these things.
Come on.
And I've heard people say that, well, the
sex is great,
but
y'all not talking.
But you don't talk about anything else.
Yeah.
And he goes or she goes, you're separate corners. Actually, you go to a different house.
Yeah.
And where they have another relationship that's the same way.
Right.
And it's just scary. There's too much going on. There's too much out there.
Yeah.
You need better.
Definitely.
You deserve better.
All right.
You owe yourself better.
Yes, amen.
And we want to encourage you to get started on getting you straight. So Mr. Right or Miss Right, whoever that happens to be, you will be able to recognize them. Because if you're just bedding it down to say, I've got somebody.
You got a piece of man.
then you'll never find that right one.
Amen.
Because you got a placeholder.
All right. So guys, we so appreciate y'all coming in and hanging out with us tonight. We talked about relax, relate, communicate. I really thought we were only going to be like 30 minutes, but that didn't work out that way. But we appreciate you guys so very much. Want you to know that we're here for you before and after I do and everywhere in between. We specialize in relationships. I'm Pastor Michelle. This is my sweet husband, Pastor Greg. And we're here every Tuesday through Thursday, giving you the tools to help you to get your relationships on and popping. Want to make sure that you know that you can find us over at the link bit.ly/MM3 links. That is right there on your screen. Thank you, True Movement, for putting it up there. Go to marriagemakes3.com, get a free 15-minute encounter session. Yes, ma'am. I want you to know that if you are one that is in need, that we are sowing that into your life. Absolutely, for the free 99, as my friend Ashley would say. Don't forget, y'all, we'll be back tomorrow night, and use that code. What is the code? Marta and the number 10 for 10% off of anything on marriagemakes3.com and also on stclairs.com. St. Clair's, st-clairs.com, where every single piece is handmade and one of a kind with you in mind, like the beautiful earrings that I love. Honey, did I tell you how much I love these earrings?
Thank you,
these earrings are just so, I love these. These are so pretty. Aren't those gorgeous? These are handmade. These are one of a kind. So can't nobody get mine. All right. You're not going to be, look at that. Beautiful, 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 handmade, one of a kind. This one is mine. Find something for yourself or some loved one. Y'all know that our Christmas time is coming up. You want to go ahead and take advantage of all the beautiful pieces that's available to you. This is on site right now. You can go over and find it. Ooh, it's not as clear. There we go.
Yeah. Remember that October is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes.
Awareness and prevention.
Month, yes.
Beautiful pink pieces, lots of them over there. Go and find somebody that you love. Maybe a survivor, maybe someone who's battling it now.
That's right.
And something like this dragonfly, maybe just a thing to enhance their lives, to encourage
beautiful. Them. Oh, yes. And the earrings go. It's a matching set. So you'll get the earrings and the necklace for one price. And right now you can get them at 10% off. And I believe you can also get that free shipping that goes along with that. So you might want to hurry up and get over there and get your code. I'm not positive. We have to ask our developer, but we'll have to see if that is something that can work. If you have not followed us on Facebook or on Instagram or on YouTube, we're on YouTube now. Find us over there and make sure that you subscribe.
Over there.
This beautiful piece is called Galaxy. I'm telling you, I really enjoy this piece. It's red and white, and well, it's silver. But to me, it's red, white, and black because that's my country's color.
Okay.
And so I love this set. I love the beautiful pave beads that's on there. Let me see if I can get it close. Y'all see that beautiful pave bead? Gorgeous, and the earrings that match them. Now, let me tell you something. This is a piece to have. Gorgeous, gorgeous, one of a kind. It will match with a beautiful white shirt. I'm thinking of a white shirt. I'm thinking of a red shirt with even a pair of just some jeans. Something beautiful, one of a kind.
With a shirt, though.
Yes.
Jeans with a shirt.
Yes, you need the shirt now. Don't fool around and not wear the shirt. I mean, of course, unless you're in Oklahoma or one of the other 5 states in which it's now legal for women to not need tops, to be topless.
What?
Yes. And so,
kidding me.
Listen, if that's you, no shame, at least no condemnation from us. You do what you do. Wear some of this. I'm telling you, if you're looking to get some attention, ooh, that is so pretty. It is nice in that camera, honey. Gorgeous. This is a beautiful set right here. And I'm telling you what, you'll be the talk of the town with that set on. We have several others available to you, and don't forget right now that you can go and get them at 10% off using that code Marta10 for Marta's beautiful True Movement's birthday. Wow. Okay, I can't. Listen, y'all, this is so funny to me because it's so different. The way that it pulls up, I can't tell if I'm supposed to go to the left or if I'm supposed to go to the right. Okay. But there it is. Y'all see? Gorgeous red, white, and black. Again, this is a beautiful set. It's on St. Clair's, ST-Clair's.
Yeah, but if you get it, you can wear it the way you want.
You can. You really can. But I was just trying to find where the center was. Okay. And now you're doing it too.
Wow. Okay. That's center.
Is that the center? Yeah, with the red piece at the bottom. That's what I thought. But I keep moving it to the wrong. Okay, there we go. It's still a little bit off, but y'all get the idea. Yeah. And you can find it at St. Clair's where you're able to go and look at it a little bit more closely. Let me show you a couple other pieces tonight. Strength. Yes. All right. This one here, you said something about that it is October, and you all know that October is breast cancer awareness month
and prevention
month. Yes. And one of our friends from another church, or actually from our former church, is sponsoring a cancer walk, a breast cancer awareness walk. And it's going to be October the 12th. And maybe there's someone that you know that you would love to give a gift that tells them that you appreciate and that you are glad that they are still here along in the land of the living, doing and being great. All right. So awesome pieces. Here's yet another pair of earrings. Now this one is very simple. I love it because it's very, look, y'all see that? Beautiful pink. Ooh, and like a crystal color that goes along with it. Beautiful pieces. Ooh, that's pretty. It's prettier over here. I guess because you can see it a little bit closer up. All right. Here's another one that my husband is showing you. Now, this one that I just showed you also has a necklace and a bracelet. Wow. Beautiful pieces. Really one of a kind. All of them are one of a kind. No, it's fine, honey. Thank you for showing it for the people so that they can see what's available. This is a very dainty piece.
Really good on the
This is a very lovely
great movement. See the movement in the pendant there, and great movement in the earrings. Okay. That's just another one of the pieces.
Here's your earrings, ST-Clair's. Look at that cute necklace. I love this. Okay. This is the necklace that goes along with the earrings that I showed you. Y'all see that? Beautiful, goes together. And there is also a bracelet that adorns this as well. All of them come as a set. Let me show you the bracelet. ST-Clair's. Every single piece is handmade and one of a kind with you in mind. Look at that. Gorgeous.
And that's one of the few pieces that we have where is featured with the bracelet, necklace, and earrings. So that's really a nice gift. You know, you could even break that up if you want to.
Yeah. Give the earrings to one and the necklace to another. I would want both the earrings and the necklace. So if you're getting it for me, just make sure it's all together because I'm going to find out and I'm going to be mad. So there's the necklace. And the bracelet, and there are the earrings that match them. All right. Beautiful pieces, handmade, all of them by Pastor G. You have your pink ribbon on this one. Yes. Hey, Classy Danielle. That's so pretty. Look at how pretty that silver background is doing it over here on Instagram. The necklace, the earring, and the bracelet. Thank you, darling. All right. So go over to St. Clair's, ST-Clair's.com. All of them are one of a kind. And we want you to know that they are made with love. And my husband, he sits and he's choosing beads and he's choosing pendants. And sometimes I'm seeing pendants years in advance. And then I see them come out of this beautiful, it starts off with little beads. And then next thing you know, you've got something like this available for you, just for you. And there's only one. And I love that because then I know that everybody else ain't going to have what I have. And that's something that I like, uniqueness.
The code is Marta 10 in honor of Marta Soto's birthday.
Yes.
True Movement. 10% off site-wide, both at St. Clair's and at GD at marriagemix3.com.
All right. So,
take advantage of the sale.
Look how pretty. Look how pretty this 10%. Is, y'all. That's the necklace and the bracelet that goes with it. And then you have your neck. What did I say? The bracelet and the earrings. And this is the necklace that goes alongside that. All right. Hey, the World by Jess. Thank you for joining us tonight. Just showing some of the beautiful offerings that are handmade and one of a kind at St. Clair's. Yes. So find them over there. Get your 10% off. Listen, beautiful pieces. Absolutely gorgeous. Hey, Tipster, how are you, woman of God? Thank you for joining us. Oh, honey, look how pretty that is. These are all 10% off with the code MARTA10. Marta is also called True Movement. Today is her birthday, and in honor of her, we're giving a 10% discount with the code MARTA10, whether it's on Marriage Makes 3 or it's here on st-clairs.com, and you can find the link in the bio. All right. Beautiful pieces. All of them are one of a kind with you in mind. All right.
Tensile strength.
Yes.
Heirloom quality.
Yeah.
You may want to pass it on to a granddaughter later on when you get tired of it and when you get older.
Yeah. You're going to be tired of it before anything happens to it. And my issue is that I get tired of stuff, but I don't give them to nobody. I hold on to them. Not because I'm greedy.
You're going to hear that again.
I'm just saying. Because it's so pretty. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday, Marta. That's from Classy Danielle.
Wow.
That it's so gorgeous. And you're like, I'm gonna give it to so and so, and then you don't see them or they act funny, and you're like, I'm not giving them my good stuff. And this is good stuff, y'all. You're not in here.
You acted stupid and got yourself out of a blessing.
Okay.
Quit messing up your blessing, acting crazy.
Oh my God, honey, this is only $35.
What? Wow.
No, dude, we got listen.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
I don't system.
Okay.
That's a good price.
This is an excellent price. I wonder if it's and it's a 24-inch. It's 24 inches.
I'm sorry, just left you with that.
What are you doing? Fixing?
Just like
24 inches.
I'm not going to mess you up.
It's 24 inches. 25. This is 24. You got to share 2 passing. I do. Y'all know I do. Classy Danielle. This is one of those, sometimes the girls, sometimes y'all know how they work. Sometimes the girls, the pendant gets lost between the girls. Hey, Sonny, Sonny, the pendant gets lost in the girls. And so some of us, because we are a little bit more ample than others, we can't have them way up here. We have to let them, loose a little bit. And so that's why some of these are the size and the length that they are, because we wanted to make sure that everybody was able to wear some good old St. Clair's.
Yeah. Now, if you have a piece, what you do is you measure the piece that you have that you like the way it fits.
Yes.
And so when you order, make sure that you order that size. Now, if we have something that doesn't fit the size that you like, you let us know when you order, and we can probably put you a chain to extend the length. It may, because that would be customizing it a little bit, maybe a little upcharge.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a deal breaker, I'm sure. But we do have that ability to do that for you.
Yes, because we have the designer in-house. All right. Y'all go get your jewelry. I promise you it's better in person. Thank you, Classy Danielle.
Thank you, Classy Danielle.
So listen, if any of you have already purchased our book, Erogenous Zones Exploring Marital Intimacy, and you have not yet gone over to marriagemakes3.com and giving a review. Please, ma'am, please, sir, regardless of whatever book it is that you have purchased from us, whether it's 7 Keys to Better Sex in Your Marriage, whether it's wading through the crap to get to the cross, whatever you have purchased, please, ma'am, please, sir, go on over to the site and leave a review. Some other people would love to know what you think, and we would love to know as well what you think about the book. All right, the books that we have available to you. Okay, so it is well past our bedtime.
Dating 101.
Blink, blink, blink.
All right, we love and appreciate you all. And it's always a pleasure to hang out with you here Tuesday through Thursday between 9 and 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Did I tell you I felt that shade? Oh, daughter, love you guys. So, look, we always tell you at the close of our broadcast, and we got to go, that we love you. No, actually, that God loves you first. He loves you most. He
loves you best.
And then
we love you.
Then we love you.
And ain't nothing
to do
about it.
Right.
Up in here.
All right. Up in here. Love you guys. Have an awesome evening. Rest well. God bless.
Appreciate you guys.
Bye now.
She said y'all don't go to bed till 7 in the morning. Stop telling people our business. We love you guys, our Insta family. You guys are amazing. Hey, Rian. Thanks for joining. We had prayer, and we got your prayer request in. So thank you so much for dropping it in the love seat. All right. We'll talk to you guys again real soon.
Hello. Love you, Rian. Wow. Got such a blessing hanging out with you all. And, I hope that the new platform is working out well for you all. We're still perfecting it, so we're going to get there. All right, got to get out of here.
Love you guys. Have an awesome night. Love you, Deirdre. Thank you so much for everything. Kimmy Doll, True Movement, we appreciate you guys so much. Love you all.